So, hello and good afternoon to everyone in the live room. How are we all? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mike, thank you. Good afternoon to you too, Mato. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. And of course, good afternoon to Joseph. Thank you. And Niels, thank you for joining. And to everyone else as well, thank you very much for joining. And of course, a big welcome to everyone currently watching through the live stream channels. Today is the 29th of June, 2021. My name is Maurice Rothwell, English trading coach here at TradersClub24. We're logged in for the US market opening power hour. So this is the first live stream we've done since the last 2 weeks. So welcome back everyone on the live stream channels. Thank you for joining. Sorry for the long wait. Hope everything is well. How is everything going with the people in the live room? I know it was a tricky morning today on the DAX. And thank you, Andreas. Hi, thank you for the good luck wish. So let's switch up the screen. Just pull up the. First of all, as usual, we're going to switch it over to economic calendar. Take a quick look over the day, see what's been going on. Lots of news this sort of midday time. Lots of European news, British news, and Euro news coming out. And just over at 2 o'clock, we did have some more DAX news released. And just a few extra down here on the US dollar. So there wasn't that much movement this morning on the DAX for everyone that was there. Not so much movement at all. So those of you who are in a hedge, then I'm sure Christian is going to have a very good morning for you tomorrow, because I hear that he's also in a hedge. So you can all make the hedge release together. No pressure. On top of this, so we've had what, 4 news announcements, and we've got maybe 2 more coming up over the power hour. One of them relating to the US dollar, and just a speech here from Lagarde. So in terms of volatility, I'm not too sure about the rating. Maybe I'm gonna say between a 5 and a 7 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, let's hope so. As you know, from yesterday, we've still got some trades going. So we still have the hedge on the Dow Jones. So the hedge on the Dow Jones is just here. And we also have that daily trade, which I made on the Dow Jones yesterday, also with the daily strategy. So there was a lot of signals that came out, and there is the buy order that we had. There's the take profit, and here is the stop loss, and here is the hedge from yesterday. So we're going to be looking at releasing this, and I think I'm going to release it in this vola box right now. So that's going to be the release right there. 2 pendings. It's just off by maybe a point or so, but that's going to be my hedge release. Just so we can get a bigger picture out here, I want to go through and see exactly what kind of area we can aim for. We can see that we've had sort of it was hiking up quite a bit. If we go up onto the 4 hour, we can see that it's been hiking up. We've had a big drop, and now we're kind of back up at this area. If we look over here, we can see that similar kind of patterns where we kind of get the. So if over here we can see it's kind of curving over, and over here we can also see that it's kind of curving here as well. Drops down, comes back up, curves, drop, drop. But overall, it's coming up. Depending on what the news is going to do as well, I'm thinking that we can probably go for a longer extension up towards the top, towards the 34.5 area is where I would like to aim for. Once we get the release, as you know, we're going to be releasing directly into the 7th trade. So let's hope that there's some good volatility. And yeah, we're going to catch that opening movement in about 14 minutes time. So there's the first trade long. It was so there is the first trade on the hedge release. So now I'm just going to set it up over there at the 34.5. It's a big take profit, but again, I'm looking for a good opening movement. So that's what I want to catch. Like any other morning or afternoon opening session, we usually get quite a big movement, and it's just a big benefit when we do these hedge releases that we can actually catch that movement. As long as we've got enough trades left over, we have about 12 trades. So we've got 5 trades left. I'm sure we'll be just fine over the next 13 minutes or so. That's going to be the first one. Next, we've got a few things here. We've got a Vola box just there on the Nasdaq. Going to set that up as a pending order and come over to the next one here. And we can set up this Vola box on the bottom. Can also take that big number if you would like. It's also perfectly fine. Don't see why not. But I'm going to take the Vola box there. Gold. So where are we at on the gold charts today? So we've had a very, very good sell signal just here this afternoon at 225, and it is going very well, in fact. And we can see that we're getting a continuation of this drop in price on gold. So I'm expecting that at some point it's going to be reaching back down towards the 1700, probably around to this last double bottom here. So around the 1685 area is where I'm going to be expecting to see that go over the next weeks. So if we go over to the Volabox gold chart, there's not much that we can see. We're not actually near any Volabox signals. There's no big numbers in the way. We're currently below all of the Fibonacci lines. So we're going to have to wait for that one. My ears are burning. So let's see. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So we did have an MTX over here, 2 failed ones actually today. But actually, there's been one successful. I think this one's actually a completed one. Don't think this one completed down here, but there's actually this false signal. Not sure what happened, but yeah, that one was an incomplete signal there too. So there's no signals currently available on the MTX charts. On the daily, I did just refresh this 10 minutes ago. There's no new signals coming out here either. I'm going to just refresh it again. And we'll wait and see if anything is coming up. Nope. So there's nothing there either. So we've got our 2 active trades, 2 pending. Oh, yep, just a quick flashback here. We didn't do the recap from today. So we've got that hedge. We've done the 2 trades, 0.18%, 47 euros, and a very big hedge there on the DAX. Where is it? So I think we're in the ninth trade there. So we've got 3 trades left. Should be an exciting one. As we move on, let's go check out the hedge release over here. So we're actually on our way up at the moment. So we've got 10 minutes until the opening. We're already halfway towards our take profit line. So that's great. I'm definitely looking to see some good movement in a direction if we're going to get a continuation of this uptrend. Hopefully we should get, normally we should receive around 100 points of movement from the opening in the afternoon anyway, in either or direction. So hopefully we can actually catch the movement in the correct direction, which shouldn't be a problem as we still have the 5 trades left over. Let me just check something here for the, just wanted to measure and see how far away it is from the Vola box. I think we can take this big number. I'm going to change my mind there. I'm going to take the big number trade instead of the Vola box, we still have enough room between the sell line and the Vola box at the bottom to close this big number one and enter into this. And vice versa. If we come up towards this area, we can always reactivate this Vola box here. It's not a problem. So apart from that, we've got our hedge release just here. Our take profit line is just over there. So I'm going to set that as a pending order at the big number. So 34.5. Going to set a pending box just up there near our take profit for the hedge release also. So there it is. There's the hedge release, take profit, and then of course we've got that big number up here set as a pending box. And that's all of our setup so far. So we've got 3 active trades. We've got the hedge release on the Dow Jones, just on that Vola box. So it's a bit, just a point or so off of that Vola box, 2 points or 1.75 off the Vola box, but it still should be fine. And we've got an active trade here on the big number in Nasdaq, and then we also have the DAX hedge, which will be released probably tomorrow, most definitely. Good afternoon to you too, Joachim. Thank you for joining. And welcome to the rest of the people who have just joined. Thank you. Excuse me. So gold is continuing its path down. So I hope a lot of you got in on that opportunity 2 weeks ago, just before we had the week break. Some great opportunity there on gold. $143 in price movement, just over there in the 2 weeks in 1 fortnight. And we got 6 minutes until the market opening. So I hope everyone has those down. I mean, is there anything you'd like me to go through again? There's not so many trades open at the moment. We just got the one hedge release and of course the big number here on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is already on its way up there. Some pre-market volatility coming through. And here's the support lines that we've mapped out down here too. So we can actually zoom out and see if they're still valid. I would say they're still valid down here. It's looking pretty good. And then the all-time high should be... Where is the all-time high? So I think we're still pretty far away from the all-time high. I think this would have been the all-time high up here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, still quite far away. There's 34,800 there. We've got our take profit set at the 34.5. So 2 minutes left now, and we've already reached that original take profit there on the Dow Jones almost. A few points away. As long as we get a continuation of this at the opening, it should be pretty well. Quite happy to let it run at the opening and instead of just closing it there as well. We still have more than enough trades to play around with. And as you know, it's always best to close it a little above the original take profit just to make up for any swaps which we may have included in. Just to make sure they're all covered. So then here we come into the final minute now. And there we have it coming in 15 seconds down. And there it goes. Take a look over here. NASDAQ. And here we go, slowly coming up the charts now. Up towards the big number it comes. Just going to take a quick look here at the NASDAQ charts. So NASDAQ is now coming back down through the box. Looks like it's coming in for trade number 2. Currently breaking past that Fibonacci here on the Dow Jones. As soon as we break past that fib, then we're on our way up towards that big number. There we are, second trade in on the NASDAQ. There it comes, breaking past the fib, through the vola box. And we can close it here if we want. We can take a quick look over here at the Nasdaq. So another reversal there on the Nasdaq coming back up the charts. As you know, they move in opposite directions with the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones at times. And here we come again. See if we can close this candle above this fib, we should then get that stretch up towards that big number. If it manages to close above the fib, still below there on this candle. And the market is struggling to break past the 38.2 fib on the top side here, unfortunately. And there we get the reversal on the Nasdaq, pushing back up now through the box onto the third trade. And that's why we have that now downtrend here on the Dow Jones. They tend to move in opposites when they're sort of ranging like this. I'm not sure exactly why, but just something that occurs quite often between the two markets. So it becomes a bigger advantage when we get these hedge releases at the opening, just because that it does make that difference when we extend that take profit and we're in a higher trade, as if this was just the first trade or the first trade of the day where it's not a hedge release. There wouldn't be much point in us extending that take profit up to that area, because it wouldn't make that much of a difference as it does right now. I mean, right here we can see that we've pretty much, 10 times the original take profit here. So but I'm gonna stick to having these take profits here, as there's not a huge amount of movement that's gonna allow us to open and close lots of trades this afternoon. However, there is volatility and chance enough for us to maintain our trades and sort of prolong them out to gain us or make up for the profit lost from not being able to commit to many individual trades. This one's in trade number 3. Again, not that much point in extending it. There comes a take profit there on the Nasdaq. And we can set that folder box up there now as well. So we've got an entrance into that vola box here on the Nasdaq. So currently in the first trade long. It still looks like we're coming all the way back down now on the Dow Jones. Unfortunately, see, we were so close. Yeah. So we've got 16 minutes until we get some US dollar news come out. So hopefully it's going to affect the market and inject some volatility back in. We should get that movement. We did pass the opportunity here to close. Or I did. And then we've got a few areas of support here, as in the daily pivot, big number. Then we've got this separate support, which we've mapped out previously. Need to make sure this one is ticked on. Okay, it didn't actually. There it is. So at least we didn't trigger the unnecessary trade there. Always forget to click these two buttons on myself. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen, but looks like we actually just did trigger a trade. It just put the two pending orders on each side again. So now we've got an extra trade triggered long. Let's see if we can make it up towards that same area as before. I think this time what we can do is set it just at this Fibonacci area. If we can make it back up to there, then I'm quite happy to close. So we're 15 minutes into the opening now. There's not a huge amount of movement. We did manage to close one trade on the Nasdaq. So still, we did pass the opportunity to close this one up as well. So hopefully we're not going to regret it. So 8 minutes until the news release here. Definitely should cause up a bit of a stir in the market. Boring. So we've got about a minute now until the news release is coming. I'm just going to extend that take profit down towards here. We can actually take it at the big number there if it reaches down. So it should be released in the next few minutes. So should have taken it up here. Greedy, greedy. I was so confident that we were going to hit this big number you see up here. As you can see, we kept breaking this Fibonacci earlier. We just didn't make it up towards the big number, unfortunately. So that's put us into the next trade, currently short in the market. And unfortunately here we have a few areas of support, as in the daily pivot here. And as we come down further, we also have the big number, but I suppose we can even close it at that big number should it drop past the daily pivot. That is most definitely looking for a close on this trade. So here it goes in 40 seconds. We've got the announcement. 25 seconds in. comes 15. And now we can set it up just to here. And there it goes. News was released. So a small jump. So prepare ourselves for a manual exit now. Going to need a break of this resistance area at the big number here if we're going to be in with a chance of getting a close on this. As we get a nice clean break, we've got the next area just here, and then of course the fib is the next hard resistance, as we can see from the previous uptrend or upswing. Nope. So we might even have to get another hedge on this. So there we are in the last one. Let's see if we can get a break on this big number. Very difficult range at the moment. It's my fault for not taking the profit when we had it up here by the fib. So yeah, definitely a very, very tight range down here. It's just stuck between the big number and of course that supporting area, which is just over here from the previous high before we got the uptrend here. So we're going to need a break of this big number if we're going to have any hope of closing. As we can see here, this is what I'm talking about. We've got the support lines just here, matching up with the previous high. So yeah, there we broke the support and we were still bouncing, and we got that huge jump at the opening, and now we're just bouncing between that supporting area, previous resistance, and now this big number. So let's hope that we can get a break finally on this big number as the resistance point and push up towards that take profit line. So we're not so far away now. See if we can peak just above the blue dotted line as our original take profit, and then we can get a close on that with a manual exit. Just this pink button just here. First of all, we're going to need to break past this area, or at least have the candle close above this big number. So 10 seconds, let it get a close above the big number, and the next candle should take us up to around here. So there it comes, gently. There we are. I have to wait for it to break this dotted line cleanly because of the slippage that can occur around these tight drops. Can be very difficult. As you can see the price right here. So we need it to push up now. Mm. Take a look over at the Nasdaq quick. Currently in the second trade, short. So I'm hoping we're not getting the same situation as we did over here. Want a nice push on the candle. Maybe a close above here would be great. And there it goes. And then we can close that there. Finally. So terrible. So yeah, finally got that close. We could have actually had much better profit from earlier on, but we did leave it open for just too long there, and we came all the way to the end of the trade allowance. But that puts us over that 1% just from the trade there. We was at about 0.26% beforehand. So yeah, very good trade there indeed. We do currently have another hedge on with the DAX at the moment. And of course, we still have the trade here on the Nasdaq, currently short. So we should get a close on this quite soon. But apart from that, we're still doing very well for the day. We're going to be releasing that DAX hedge in the morning. So that's also quite a big hedge down here. We can actually see, I think this is it. There's number 9, and we have a limit of 12. So again, we got 3 trades left on that release also. Riddle, Miss Sophie. Thank you, Andreas. I don't know what it means. but indeed, Andreas. Well, yeah, a lot of luck on that last trade. We did, however, we did open or release that hedge very well this afternoon. We did release it just here on this vola, and of course, as soon as the opening came, we did get that push up, and we should have closed it. So very lucky indeed on that last close. Just going to go through and make sure that the rest of these pending orders are closed now, because I'm not going to be opening up any more trades this afternoon. So this one can go. So we've just got this one open at the moment. The hedge release for tomorrow. And that's it. So 2 active. So that's the currently in on the 3rd trade now in the Nasdaq. So this is currently all-time high area, I think. Yes. So we need an all-time high for a close on this. And here's the all-time high for the DAX as well. Just at that 15,800 is the all-time high. So actually, I tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to hedge this trade for today, and we're going to pause it. Oh, no. Every time. Okay. So yeah, I closed it instead of hedging it, unfortunately. I did want to hedge that trade and pause it for tomorrow as a hedge release, but however, that takes us down to a clean 1% for the day. So 5 trades closed, 259 euros and 8 cents. That's 1% profit for the day. Smack on, exactly what we're aiming for. Fortunately, we didn't get a hedge on it for tomorrow as the release, but we do have this hedge for the release tomorrow. So yeah, we still also have a trade here on the Dow Jones from the daily. So we should be looking to get a close on that hopefully this week. Would be great. But thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't so thrilling this afternoon as usual. So for all of those people that are currently watching, or if this is your first day joining, yeah, maybe it wasn't the best of days to be joining with the hedges going on. But yeah, you get to see firsthand how we're releasing those hedges, or yeah, how we're releasing, and that we should take the profit when it's there and not to get too greedy. But I hope you enjoyed it either way. So thank you all for joining. Be back here same time, same place tomorrow. So please stay tuned as we're gonna hopefully have a lot more going on over here on the economic calendar tomorrow. There's quite a bit of news coming out. Nothing serious or high impact, but there's still a lot of news coming out. And then of course on Thursday we've got should be a very, very good day also. So thank you all for joining. Please take care. Good luck trading, and I will see you all